Hi everybody, back. I hope you've all had time to read and digest your assignment comments. I was on the whole really pleased with everyone. I'm now making this video because it has taken me a while to go through and make sure everything is moderated, and we had quite a few extensions and the extensions took a while to come through. So I wanted to make sure I had everything in place before I put this video up. So on the whole, we have done incredibly well as a group. I've been really pleased with the way that you've gone through. Your websites were great. And those of you who I still haven't heard from, who I couldn't access the websites of, I just marked the transcripts. So thank you for posting those transcripts. They still gave me a lot to go from. So I think you all on the whole did really well. It's a really hard unit and a huge project, especially like when we do this on campus. It is much easier because we can all work on everything together. When you're at home and you're doing it completely self-directedly without a lot of support from your peers and in class, it is much harder. So I was really impressed with the amount of work and the way you went about doing it so independently. Even those people who had never done anything like this before, never really played with any technology, you did a really good job to get that done, and you really need to give yourselves a round of applause for getting all that done, because that was excellent. So now all we've got left is your e-test. I will be putting up a whole lot of resources in the Assessment 3 section where you'll be able to access, and that way you can use those as preparation for your e-test. You can also, if you're having a look through your textbook, a lot of the questions come from your textbook, so make sure you go through and have a good look at those. Have a look at the weekly activities of the modules. That will be good. Laura, I've attached at the bottom of this email a link to Laura's Quizlet. Laura has used Quizlet, which was the activity for last week, to make up a fantastic little quiz of questions you can do for this e-test practice questions. So I've put the link underneath at the bottom. Thank you, Laura. That was a great idea. Well done. And hopefully all that will help you study. Remember to pop any questions you have up in the link on the assignment 3. Also, if you have any problems with the e-test, it's really important that you take the screenshot and send it to me so we can reset it, because it can stop if your internet access stops or something goes wrong. That way we can reset it and you can start again. It'll be another set of random questions, so you'll have completely different questions. But yeah, we can reset that if your internet cuts out or something goes wrong. It's very hard to be sure it's going to work. I know everyone always says be sure you're in a place, but I know sometimes my internet here randomly cuts out, and if you live in a country or an area, country town or an area with less access, it is very easy to lose access suddenly. So especially if it's a peak time that you're doing it. So it's very important that you take the screenshot, email it to me, and then we'll reset the test for you and you can start again. Other than that, I think that's about it for this week. It's been great having you on board. I know we've had a very quiet group, but I can see you've all been working, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to get through that really tricky assignment you've just finished. And next week, very importantly, I also coordinate the iSTEM and coding units, the new online electives. So next week I'm going to be talking to you about coding and how it can be used in the classroom. So if you're even interested vaguely in doing those electives, be great if you come along to that Collaborate, because it'll give you a good idea of what sort of things we're covering and why we're covering it and what angle we're coming from. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you at the Collaborate next week. Otherwise, thank you for being a great group of people. Keep contacting me through Assessment 3, or if you've got any questions, feel free to email me. And I'll speak to you soon. Congratulations on your assignments. Bye.